going, Nicole?
None of your business.
I want my sex tonight.
More biggie.
You're a user, Muhammad.
I did the BJ, no for real.
Bitch ass, slut ass whore.
You don't like it? Why are you wasting money going to Grenada?
Who is the damn queen? We'll die. Good night.
And welcome everybody to another episode of 90 Day Fiancé. I want my podcast. Woo! Yes. Thank you so much. My name is Miguel. I am one of your hosts. Next to me, we have the lovely Jenna.
Hey.
Hi, Jenna. How are you?
We're here. Oh my God, that intro was a lot. It woke me up.
Good. That's what we need to do. We need to be awake because we haven't done this in like 2 weeks.
I know. We're a little rusty.
Yeah. Reason being is because we just been working a lot. More than the normal, which is good, but it's also bad.
And Thanksgiving, too.
And Thanksgiving happened, too.
Things. Yeah, we had to travel for that.
Thanksgiving, we needed to do a lot of, like, mental work, like mental prep.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we went through it, we went through with it.
Mm-hmm. We got through it.
We had to, after we got through it.
Yeah, because it's not enjoyable. You get through it.
We needed... So what did I say?
You went through it?
Yeah, let's go through it.
What do you mean?
After we got done with it?
We got done with Thanksgiving?
Well, anyways, after we got done with Thanksgiving, we needed a little bit of a mental rest as well.
Yes.
Because it was just a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, and it was just too much going on. So we had to take another break on top of the break that we already took.
Yeah.
So
that's how it is with my family. You need a vacation from the vacation.
Well, you need prep.
Mm-hmm.
You need mentally prep.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you're on the battle zone, it's just like a whole like, what do we learn during prepping? It's like, I don't know. That was not in the guide.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I don't know what to do.
Revert.
Yeah, let's go. And it was just like a whole, it was fine, but it was, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, you need like a couple days to recoup and just kind of like, go see a therapist and make sure that you're not like going to be shell shock or anything like that. So
yeah, well, we can't get rid of the PTSD. That's here forever.
That is
but
true.
I want to clarify. We're talking about my family. We went
no,
to
we're
go
talking
visit.
about mom. This is your fault.
No.
I know you're listening in the car driving to work.
No, it is definitely not Miguel's side of the fam. It was mine. One in particular is tricky to be around because of the way she sees life, and it is just very hard. So Miguel survived his first lashing. He got the full experience from this family member, and I should say none of my family listens to it, but it's not any of the good ones. So
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
They were not impressed.
It's my mom. Yeah.
They weren't impressed with the podcast anyways.
Yeah, they have no intention.
We're like, no, you don't get it. We talked to other people about going, about 90 Day Fiancé. And they're like, yeah, we don't
Even when we list out like the stats, which should impress people for like such a small operation, like they're like, whatever. But then anytime we talk about it with guests who are like, at the same dinner or like visiting or something, they're like, oh my God, well, consider you to have 2 new listeners. And, of course we're going to listen. And they have all these questions about it. So it's just starkly different.
It's never enough.
Yeah, they're more like us. I guess my family are non-90 Day Fiancé fans.
That's okay. Not everybody's a fan of this fabulous show.
Right.
And
only the greatest people are.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for them.
Oh, I know.
Anybody that is not a fan of 90 Day Fiancé, I feel terrible for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, now that we explained to you what happened, the whole reason why we've been slacking for the past 2 weeks, not slacking, but why we took a little bit of a break.
So,
but now that it's over,
now
that's over, let's focus on what really, really matters. The show. Right, everybody?
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Yes. All right. So, Jenna, tell me, what are we going to look into today? What's the name of the episode?
I'm looking up the name of the episode right now. Let me find it. Sorry. They're showing me all these old seasons as I try and look
So
it up.
it is 90 Day Fiancé, and the name of the episode is What Am I Worth to You?
Got it already?
Part 1.
How did you get that so fast?
So,
And it's episode 4.
episode
Did you
4.
say that? Yeah.
Episode 4, 90 Day Fiancé, What Am I Worth to You? Part 1. Now, let's start things off. Let's start things off with one of the couples that have been kind of like, I would say it's a little tricky with them. But this couple have been going through a lot, and the female, no,
The lady?
and the lady of this couple, the lady, bought a car with a credit card
Oh, right.
back in her native Brazil.
The famous
So-
Julianna.
Exactly. So let's open up with Julianna and Michael.
Oh, boy.
In Connecticut.
Yeah.
And you know it's Connecticut, by the way. You know it's Connecticut because there's Bentleys everywhere. That's how you know it's Connecticut.
I mean, that's how you know it's Greenwich, that like one particular town.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But even then, like, people drive other cars in Greenwich. It's not just specifically that.
No. It's the Bentleys.
Oh, okay.
According to
All
Michael.
right.
He works in the wine. He should know.
Yeah. Well,
And guess what?
what?
They have 89 days to wet right now. So anyways, we open up the show with Julianna doing bunnies with Cece. They're in the bathroom. They're doing bunnies. I don't know what bunnies are, by the way.
Bunnies are just, like, I've never heard them called like that, but they're just buns on top of your head. You get 2 of them, one above each ear. And they look super cute.
It's like a Chung-Li kind of look. I
Or
don't know, for any-
Xenon, girl of the 21st century. I think she wore some bunnies.
Oh, really?
For the Disney Plus fans out there,
Disney Plus, by the way, get it. It's so worth
it's
it.
really worth it. It's great.
So anyway, so they're doing bunnies, and then Julianna explains that she gets along great with the kids, but doesn't know how it's going to be with Michael's ex, a.k.a. Sarah.
Yeah.
Right?
And we learned that she has parenting experience from raising her niece and nephew.
Yes.
So that was
yes.
kind of fun. And then we get to see her go into meeting Sarah for the first time.
That is true. And Max kind of warns us a little bit about his mom. He says that she is very, how would you say it, assertive and can hurt people's feelings.
Oh, my gosh.
So I was like, oh, this is going to be
Great.
good. Then Michael tops that with, Sarah can also smell bullshit.
Pretty quickly.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
here we go. Sarah is here. She arrived. And I'm surprised she didn't arrive in like one of those limos.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a Bentley, since they're in the Greenwich area.
Right.
But she arrived in a car that was, pretty good, pretty decent. I think it was a truck maybe. I don't know. Who cares?
It was an Audi SUV.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Sarah's face when she says, I can't wait to meet Julianna, it just kept, like, she kept smiling and smiling and smiling. And what I got from the smile was actually, I can't wait to meet this bitch.
Oh, jeez.
Like, she didn't have, like, a smile that she wanted to, like, actually meet Julianna. Sarah was in this just to, like, I don't know, just to see what it's gonna be like.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like, she wasn't in, like, wasn't, like, happy for Michael. She was just like, let's see this fucking train wreck of a person. Let's see if she actually is here, and let's see how much of a mess this girl is.
It's a lot of complicated feelings. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that because, like, Sarah does seem like a very level-headed, like, person who doesn't want to harm anyone. Like, I might be projecting that, but I genuinely feel like she's, like, not a bad person and that she doesn't want bad for Michael also. She's just, like, worried about her family, protective of her kids, as she rightfully should be.
Right.
So I'm thinking that she really, like you said, like she just wants to like suss out the situation, like try and see like what this is all actually going to be like so she can navigate it.
Yeah, actually, I don't think she wants that. I want to rephrase what I said. She
Okay.
wants to, I want to
Let's explore.
structure what I said earlier.
All right.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is Sarah is there to watch this shit go down because in her mind, she goes, I've seen Julianna, but I don't believe she's like good looking or anything. So I can't wait to see this guy actually eat shit in like national TV. And like her face shows the excitement and like her the way she smiles is like, this is gonna go fucking well for me. It's gonna be awesome.
It could be her like secret soft revenge. Like she doesn't seem like this kind of person that's going to seek out revenge, but maybe this is just like the soft way to kind of like elbow Michael in the ribs.
Yeah, she basically wants to be like, you can't find anybody as good as me. That's what she's
Maybe.
basically saying.
Yeah, and she's a smart lady. I totally get what people would see in her. But I do feel also that there's got to be some hitch with Julianna. Like, it can't be this perfect. You know, obviously, like, she spends money on his credit card, and he got a little upset about that. But, like, it's still, there has to be something else. Or
Yeah.
there has to be something weird about him.
You think there's something weird about him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a weird guy for sure.
I mean, no, he is definitely a weird guy.
He's a weird, like, he's got some, like, secret fetishes that he, like, has an extra credit card
like
for.
licking his lips.
What?
Like licking his lips.
Yeah, like, he's just a bit bizarre, but not in, like, a fully bizarre way, just in, like, a, like, gross dad way, maybe.
Okay, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so we have nothing but time to figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna
we
come
still
out.
we got more episodes to figure out. But so anyways, they finally meet. Sarah meets Julianna, and right after she meets her, they go to a talking head, and Sarah says that she doesn't feel intimidated by this tall, young, sexy, well-traveled, exotic new woman. And I was like, yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
If anything, really, it's just someone else for Sarah to have to parent. Like, I feel like it's going to come out like that. You know how Anny and David from a previous season, how Anny really relied on David's friends to like provide for her and to like support her. I feel like it's going to come out to be like something like that.
You think Sarah's gonna look after Juliana?
Yeah, I get the sense that she's like an eternal mom, like a mom to everyone, and then Juliana's going to need some support that what's his name, Michael, can't provide.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, maybe actually. I don't
know.
want
Who
to like
knows?
support. I don't want to back your opinion, but I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
But
It
I'm
could
not
go
gonna back
a
that
million
up.
different ways.
Yeah. So anyways, I don't know, but I just thought throughout the whole like introduction and halfway through the conversation, I thought Sarah was way too jealous the whole time.
Yeah.
It even goes.
Like,
It even goes to the point that when they're talking about like the food and everything, Julianna's like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm getting fat," and we're like, "Dude, you're like 80 pounds."
Yeah.
And
Well, I
like,
think
and Sarah kind of like took offense to that. It's like, how can you say you're fat? She like took off her jacket and then she started like showing her boobs a little bit. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. It was kind of a what's her name moment from
Peacocking.
Yeah, peacocking. But also it reminded me of Tim and Hennifer and Veronica. She was the Veronica in that moment with the sexy outfit at the sweater party.
Like she wanted to be like, see,
Yeah.
I can still bring it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
With regard to the fat thing, though, I think Julianna must just have some body dysmorphia being in the modeling industry.
yeah, but
You know,
I would
you notice your body so
yeah, but
minutely.
that's not what I wanted to point out. What I wanted to point out is Sarah giving her like a fuck you look because she's like, how dare you say you're fat?
Yeah,
I
that
had
could
2
also just be
kids,
her face.
And now
too.
you're just saying you're fat.
Yeah.
She gave her this look like, okay, kid.
Yeah. So I mean, you could be right. Like, I think on like a higher level of thinking, like a conscious level of thinking, Sarah like is not a jealous person. Like, she knows what this whole situation is, and she can like understand it like that. But then at like your basic level of thinking, then maybe some jealousy comes out.
Yeah, I think she has to be jealous.
I like there's a lot of me that really can't believes this whole dynamic happens, like with the older man, younger exotic woman. Like, it just feels like it's been overdone, and people should just know like there's flaws in it.
You forgot
But-
tall, sexy, well-traveled.
Right, all those things. But who am I to judge, you know?
I don't know. But then this is one of my favorite parts. I mean, this whole interview was a shit show for us to watch, not the shit show that Sarah was expecting to witness. But this was probably like one of my favorite parts when they do like a talking head with Julianna, and she explains how in Brazil it's very weird for 2 people to talk after their divorce.
Oh,
like that is
right.
not very very
Common.
very common for them to do. But then they open up the shot, they widen up the shot, and she is saying that in front of Michael and Sarah because they're right next to her.
I didn't realize she said that in front of them.
Oh, they were there.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so funny.
That is funny. That's interesting to hear it as well because like they seem like good examples of co-parents.
Yeah.
Sarah and Michael. So it's funny that Julianna, like, I mean, she's 23. Like, no one knows anything at 23, but it just seems like such a positive relationship for everyone involved that Julianna would embrace it a little bit more.
And then they do another little talking head, but this time is Michael. And Michael says, Julianna won't replace Sarah. And this is the best part. She said that. After he said that, they widen out the shot, and he's still in the middle of Sarah and Julianna.
Wow.
Then they just cut out to Julianna, and she makes this face like, we'll see. We'll see.
I took it as like just a blank face. Like she didn't have any expression on it at all.
I would think she took offense to it, and now she's going to take it as a challenge, and she's going to try to be a mom.
Why would she want to replace it?
She doesn't want to replace her. She just wants to take the challenge.
I don't think she's that kind of girl.
I think she's that kind of girl. Babe, she bought a car with a credit card.
Yeah, that is not good.
This is that kind of girl.
That's a loop. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. But that conversation like continues when they're all together meeting for the first time at the dinner table. And it's a very stunted conversation. Like it seems like it's direct, but not all not all that wants to be said is coming out. So basically, Michael says, I forget the whole thing, but one of the like highlights of the conversation for me was Michael saying, it's great to have Julianna here as a resource. What?
As a resource for what?
For the family. So she can like be there. Yeah. Like I think he's thinking of her in terms of assets and liabilities. And he's seeing her as like a positive thing that they can use and operate. So yeah, they're thinking of her as like an extra.
No, I think that's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Because Sarah sees Julianna as like nothing else than that. So probably Michael's just trying to say that to convince Sarah that she's not going to try to like parent.
Maybe, yeah.
Because that was one of like Sarah's points.
That was the number one thing that she requested.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want you to parent.
Yeah. She said, yeah, I'm a great mother. Michael's a great father. We just don't need you to parent at all.
Yeah. And the role of step parent is to not parent at all. Just be there.
And I feel like Julianna took offense to that. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I think she did too. I think she didn't know how to take it, but it seemed hostile. Even though, I mean, I get the request. I totally do. So it's a really sticky situation to navigate. My hat goes off to anyone that's been able to like do this well.
Yeah. But the whole conversation just pretty much, was Sarah saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that.
It was not like that. I feel
That's
like
pretty
she
much
was
what it was.
I feel like she was pretty specific about like one overarching big thing. And then she was like, okay. And then she said in her talking head, Julianna can either embrace this and let me be her friend and help her or not. And then we'll figure out how to go from there. Yeah,
basically, Julianna, there's two things you can do about this whole situation. One, nothing. Two, like it.
Yeah.
Boom. That's it.
That's true.
And I don't know if you noticed, but at the end, Julianna says that she feels like she's destroying the family a little bit.
Yeah. But it's already been destroyed.
It's already been destroyed.
I don't know why she feels like that. But she also did say like she didn't feel 100% welcome.
Yeah.
And part of the family.
And
which is sad, but
can totally relate.
It takes time. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry. I don't feel part of the family either.
And we can totally relate.
Yeah.
All right. So let's leave Greenwich, Connecticut. And I wish we had a Bentley to drive us to the airport. But unfortunately, all we could get was an Uber pool because, things are just not going that well. But it's okay. Uber pool is going to take us to the airport. Maybe we'll stop along the way and pick up some random people that we don't know.
It's an adventure.
It's an
and
adventure.
a car ride.
It's an adventure. Either way, we're at the airport right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Uber. 5 stars. We're gonna give them 5 stars. And we are going to head over to Florida to visit Robert and Anny. And by the way, ooh, the sound of taking off.
Oh, man.
And I gotta say, Robert and Anny are by far my favorite couple this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think I made up my mind. I think they're definitely my favorite couple of this season.
Mm-hmm. They offer the most entertainment so far.
And I think Anny has the potential to be the future, like a future Larissa.
Wow.
She has the potential to be that.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot. But I feel like she can do it. If there's anybody that can do it, she can do it. She has the potential. She has the craziness. But the thing that I love the most is that she loves her mans.
You think she
loves her
does?
mans, yeah.
Okay.
I think she does. But
I don't
anyways,
know. I
yeah.
don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not really. I think he's like just a stick figure to her.
No, I think they're really in love. Yeah, they're like.
But they hate each other as well.
That's what makes me think that they're so much more in love.
Oh.
Because they're always fighting.
Maybe.
So, but anyways, 70 days to wed here. 70 days. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. No horn this time. Anyways, Robert says that things have been really tense lately because of his financial situation.
Ooh.
Because it's basically, since Anny showed up, she was like, I want Versace, I want Gucci.
Yeah.
Mama says you have to buy me a Gucci bag. Mama says you have to buy me the bottom pumps,
Oh my God.
red bottom pumps. So basically, he's like, all right, so we were having troubles with that shit, so let's try to do something nice for Anny. So why don't we go take Anny to meet Bryson's grandparents?
Oh my God. She has such an attitude about it. She really doesn't see like why like she has to be involved in his family at all.
I know, not at all. What? No, what'd you say?
She doesn't see any like reason to be part of his family at all. She's like, why do I have to do this?
I mean, I can see that, but at the same time, I can see her point. Like, I can see, like, why am I meeting these people? But I can also see, like, oh, well, you mean them because they're Bryson's family and he's close with them.
That just comes with the territory. I feel like anyone who's invested in a child like that, like, you want to know everyone's safe around it, and you just have to, like, give that to the people who are in his life. Just to, like, assure them that, like, you are a safe person. Especially because apparently she came out of nowhere. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that right now. But Robert, when he asks us, like, when you meet them, what are you going to say to them? She pretty much just goes, hi, nice to meet you, bye. And I was like, that's a fucking Anny I'm talking about. That's some Larissa shit right there.
Yep.
If she added an E at the end of everything, I'll be very happy. Or maybe an A. Do you think maybe she adds, like, an A at the end of everything? Like a 16-year-old white girl?
What do you mean?
It's like, nice to meet ya.
Oh, like a vocal
My name
fry
is Stephanie.
kind of thing.
Hello.
Yeah, no.
Like, maybe she did that. Do you think that
Maybe.
would stick?
Maybe.
I don't know.
And that's why her voice is so raspy?
Maybe. But Anny made it very clear that she only cares about Bryson and Robert, not anybody else. But Robert has to explain to her, just like you said, it's like, well, it kind of comes with the territory because they're his grandparents and they're going to be in his life whether you like it or not.
And the meeting is quite awkward.
Well, it is awkward because, one, they meet at an outdoor gym.
It was an outdoor, like...
It wasn't a playground.
It was a playground. They just had a gym, like, a gym area.
Well, they took Bryson there.
Oh.
And they're
then
like,
made him do sit-ups.
we're going to have to try to do sit-ups and pull-ups. I'm like, what is this, jail?
Yeah.
Isn't there like one of those like sliders that the kid can like jump off of or like something? Like, why are you making them do fucking push-ups and pull-ups?
I don't know how
there?
I feel about those outdoor gyms. I used to see them sometimes along the I can't remember the Charles River in Boston, and I'd be like, who goes on that? And then they're more popular in like Florida, obviously, like in Miami, and I just like don't really understand them. Like, why would you need that?
I don't know. People go to them all the time. I
There's
would
no
if we had
weights
one.
or anything.
I would go to one if
Then
I...
you just look like a gigantic kid playing on a playground.
I am a gigantic kid. Look at me.
Well, that is true. Yeah. You have boyish good looks.
So,
Anyway, yeah, the playground was weird and the meeting was weird.
why?
So, well, I feel like Robert didn't really prepare anyone for anything. He's kept Annie in the dark about Bryson's grandparents, and he's kept Bryson's grandparents in the dark about Annie.
Yeah.
So we learned that he sees the grandparents. What are their names again?
Ben and Stephanie.
Ben and Stephanie. Yeah, he sees them every other weekend, yet he's never told them about Annie. And they're pissed from grandparents' perspective. Like, they're invested in this child. They see him.
They look very angry.
Yeah, they were like really kind of attacking him with like questions, and then they go on to Annie a little bit later.
Yeah, they're like, oh, how do you mean? Do you think this is real? And like Annie immediately jumped on Robert's side. Like she knew. Like she was by her man's side. She just knew. See, I'm telling you, they still have chemistry.
Yeah, you think so?
It's like hood chemistry.
Oh, geez.
Like
okay.
this is like a ride or die check for him.
Oh, that's a good thing. He needs that because I
Like,
think everyone else was.
Yeah,
not
like she'll
lasted.
fight him, she'll stab him, she'll fucking shoot him.
Yeah.
She'll do all kinds of unimaginable things to him, but she won't leave his side.
Wow.
And he will do the same thing for her. Wow. But I don't think he'll be violent, but I'm pretty sure he'll put her through hell before he leaves her. Mm-hmm. And she'll do the same thing.
Sounds like it's going to be a great 90 days.
Yeah. Sounds like it's going to be a great rest of their lives.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. But going back to what you said.
Yeah, back to the grandparents.
Back to the grandparents. So the grandma Stephanie, who, by the way, doesn't even look like a grandmother.
Yeah.
She looked like what? Like she was like maybe like a really, really, really good looking 38,
Maybe.
40-year-old woman.
Yeah. Her skin was like very great quality. She takes really good care of her skin.
Do you think that me like because she didn't look like she had surgeries, did she?
I don't think so. I mean, breast surgery, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
But not
like the
like
face, like the
face
face
was
Yeah,
tough.
the face was good though, right?
I'm not an expert by any means, but it looked like it was if she did have surgery, it was very well done.
Right, because like
Very
normally they
realistic
like
and natural.
pull your skin backwards, right? And like
yeah, they
stretch
pull
you
it
so you
behind
can
your ears.
so you can like look younger, like I guess so there's no wrinkles.
Yeah.
But hers didn't look like it was pulled back. It just I don't know.
Yeah. I think she's one of those like late bloomer types. I think she just looks like a late bloomer and she like keeps up with the trends and keeps up with makeup and everything like that. And
Yeah.
now it's all kind of like settling in.
Yeah. So anyways, Stephanie starts asking Robert, like, why did you do this? Why are you with this woman? And Robert felt like it wasn't necessary for him to tell her because this is his life. And like anything that has to do with his life and not Bryson, like they shouldn't be concerned with.
I definitely got the sense from Ben, though, Stephanie, the grandmother's like counterpart, husband or whatever.
Ben.
Yeah, I definitely got the sense from him that he thought they were closer with Robert than Robert was treating them. Like Ben was acting like and talking to Robert like he was a friend. And then Robert was like, who are you? And why are you asking me all these questions?
Do you think he just like amped it up for the show?
Who?
Ben?
Maybe.
And
Or maybe
Robert-
he's been trying to develop that relationship. Or maybe Robert is just like withholding. It could be a
Maybe.
couple of things.
But after a while, Stephanie decides that she wants to talk to Annie alone.
Yep.
So they do. They go sit on a bench and they sit down and they talk. They start talking. Annie says that Bryson needs love, a lot of love, and Stephanie reassures her that he gets a lot of love, lots of love. And then Stephanie just says, out of nowhere, really, that she's a porn star.
Yeah. She also shares that I don't want to get off of that, but I wanted to like add this too. Stephanie calls herself Bryson's mother figure, which is kind of interesting.
I kind of want to, but don't want to know what's the situation with the mom. But
yeah.
Don't sound good.
Doesn't sound good at all.
Neither one is going like, yeah, let's talk about her. My guess is she's in jail.
All right, maybe. I mean, it would make the most sense. But yeah, back to the porn star part. Stephanie was very upfront about that.
It was too upfront because she did like nobody asked her.
It just came out of nowhere.
Didn't ask her like, oh, what do you do? It was like, oh, by the way, I don't know if Robert told you what I do, but I'm in the porno industry.
Yeah. So lame. This damn horn. I
work in the porno.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm not entertained.
Zied works in the coffee. Michael works in the wine. Grandma Stephanie works in the porno.
Right. We all got to be employed somehow, I guess. But I think it's one of those things that in a family situation with a new person coming in, you want to control the message and you just want to be really upfront about that. Mm-hmm. So I get it. I don't think it was like plotted well at that point of the conversation. I think maybe she should have started with that and maybe like led into some other things. I don't know how I would do it if I were her. But I totally get where she's coming from and just wanting to like get it out there.
I wouldn't.
No, you would like wait months?
I would. I mean, I'm not going to have a relationship with this woman at all.
She wants to, though.
But even if you want to, like, there's like, I get it. You're a porn star, but like, when I meet people outside, like, I'm going to go, hi, my name is Miguel Perez. I'm a comedian, by the way. Okay. So just so you know that why I'm so funny and why I'm always making you laugh and why I'm so hilarious and handsome and tall.
You never do that in real life. Okay.
Like, I wouldn't do that, even though it's so true, but like, I wouldn't do that.
Maybe it's something about the big boobs where she feels like she needs to do it. Like maybe because there's like a visual there, she feels like she needs to explain it.
There's no need to explain it. I mean, if you're a woman and you wanted breast augmentation, like
yeah, but like
all
that
power
big
to you.
Though. I'm not talking about just like a general breast augmentation. Like that is fine. Like hers are gigantic.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
I was so curious about her face and how beautiful her skin was. I didn't even look at her boobs.
No way. Oh, God. Okay, you get one more use out of that horn, and then I'm breaking the computer.
I didn't even look at her boobs, to be honest with you. I don't remember
was
it.
Beautiful.
I don't remember them.
Yeah.
Normally, I would be like, yeah, I'm a guy. I have to look at boobs, but like, I didn't look. I was so focused on like her skin because I was trying to find like maybe like a scar from like a surgery or like
one
like
any road wrinkle.
Yeah, anything, just like a sign that says like, oh, they pulled back a little bit, like, but I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, I think it's Botox. Like that is definitely, it's got that waxy texture, but like it kind of works on old skin.
It doesn't look like that though. It
and even
look
her like
Botox.
arms, like her other body skin is like young looking.
Do you guys think that
this is a hot debate?
Yeah. Do you guys think that Bryson's grandmother Stephanie, aka Diamond, FoxXxy Diamond, I believe her name is.
Yeah, everyone's done research into who she actually is.
Do you guys believe
alarming.
that she has just like really good skin or she does Botox? Let us know at 90DF_I won my podcast. Actually, that should be a question that should be out right now.
We'll post it.
We gotta
like keep a notepad or something to like keep track of all the posts.
Yeah, we should. But yeah.
But we're us.
So anyways, Annie actually thinks that Stephanie is disgusting.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
That is a pretty strong word to use. I feel like
I don't know
disgusting
about
is
that,
on par with hate. Like that's a word you like go out like specially for, you know? You reserve that special for special people. But yeah, she's disgusted, which that's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who wears such elegant clothes to say. To wear.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, elegant. We'll go with that. Miss Versace.
Yeah. And she is not open to the conversation that Stephanie's trying to have at all.
Who?
Annie's not open to the conversation.
Yes,
she even starts to like
not.
move away from Stephanie on the bench, it looks like.
Yeah, after she drops the porn star line, she's
Yeah.
like, what? And then she kind of moves a little bit away. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And Annie calls her rude and bad, and I don't like her.
Yeah. I mean, she was very straightforward, I think.
Yeah.
But
Which is not like definitely not part of that culture.
Well, I believe if you just met somebody and you start asking them questions like that, I wouldn't be offended, but I'd be like, this is none of your goddamn business.
Yeah.
How about we just say hello?
Right. And that wasn't even at the point where Stephanie asked the question that will go down in history as the worst question you could ever ask in meeting a person for the first time. She said, if you're not in like health services, let me clarify that. She says, what form of birth control are you using right now, Annie? At like the worst part of the conversation, she decides to ask that.
Yeah, she was not good with the questions. I mean,
she came on way too strong.
She did, but you know what? Like she wanted to know Annie's intentions, which I really don't get the birth control question.
It's because she doesn't want the attention taken away from Bryson.
Oh,
she wants Bryson to be like the only one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's stupid.
I think it's like a resource question too. Like I get the sense that Robert has trouble meeting his like monthly finances or demands.
Yeah.
And that if they were to have another baby, that would certainly take away from Bryson. Because Annie can't work. Annie can't work at all.
Yeah. But the grandma, you can't forget that the grandma also mentioned that Annie, the only reason why she's asking her all these questions is because she wants to be, because A, she's going to be in Bryson's life and she wants to be aware of everything. FoxXxy Diamond wants to be aware of everything. And 2, is this for a green card? Which that was another thing that Annie kind of like took offense to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anybody would.
Yeah. And then Stephanie's impression was that she's not there for the right reasons. So I think that's the first time we've heard that phrase this season.
This season, yes. At least, yeah. This is the first time. But I like how Annie just straight up tells her, like, I don't want to talk to you.
Right. I don't want to answer that question. Like, she was very upfront.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I get where she's coming from. Annie is already a prickly person, and then Stephanie just made it so much worse. Like, she didn't, like, get to know her, like, take her temperature at all. She just went for the jugular. Yeah.
Exactly. So and Annie being the person that she is and being like how she always gets like angry. Like, and she even tells us like, she's like, I have a fucking temper. So it's like questions like that, like just fire her up, you know?
Right. It gives her ammunition.
Yeah. But she straight up said, I don't want to talk to you. See you later. And actually she got up and walked away. And I was like, damn, Annie.
What?
She walked away like a savage. She's just like,
yeah.
This is done. I'm out. You're out. Peace out.
Yeah. Well, I really get the sense that Annie's got down like the dramatic flair real well. Like she can be dramatic in any situation. She doesn't have to like invent it or like act it out. Like she just has it in her.
This is what I mean. She can be the next Larissa. She has the potential. I can see it.
Yep. That is true.
So anyways, it's time to say goodbye, and Bryson approaches the grandma, FoxXxy Diamond, or Diamond Foxy. I don't remember what it is.
I think it's FoxXxy Diamond.
FoxXxy Diamond.
I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll do some research later.
No, please don't.
So anyways, they kiss goodbye, but this is a problem that I have. They kiss goodbye, but they kiss in the mouth.
Yeah, she's one of those. We don't like that. We're not kiss on the mouth people. No. And then seeing, I don't want to take this away from you, but seeing those lips kiss that baby really makes you question what's going on here.
I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You hear porn star, you imagine what's been happening around her mouth. Right?
Wow, babe. Wow.
Just spelling it out for everyone misunderstanding.
Well, I'm just glad you said it and I didn't. But that's not even the biggest question that we have as 90 Day Fiancé fans about this scene. The fucking biggest question that we all have is when they're leaving the playground / outdoor gym. And the question is, where's your fucking shirt, Bryson?
Yeah, he just took off his shirt.
Bryson's just walking around without shirt.
He wasn't carrying it at all.
And like, I didn't see Robert like holding the shirt in his hands, or like maybe they had a backpack, or no, Bryson's just walk around like he normally walks around without a shirt or something like that.
Well, he just worked out.
Well, yeah, you're right. He did just work out. So, but I think everybody wondered the same things. Like,
yeah.
Where's your shirt?
I want to know. Why is he walking around without a shirt?
Where's your little shirt? Damn, Bryson.
I know.
That was just funny. I kind of lost it there. I was like, what is happening right now?
Me too.
This is Bryson kisses Foxxy Diamond on the mouth. Then he takes his shirt off, and I think he had his shirt on when he kissed her.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He had his shirt on. And then when he just next scene, it's like, we're leaving. He's like, fucking shirt off. I'm like, well, what happened between that and here? Like, what
That's a
happened
good
between
question.
the playground and the sidewalk that you needed your shirt off?
It brings up the question, what is editing? What kind of editing is happening here?
Oh yeah, always pay attention to the outfits that they wear, how they wear their hair, because it will show you about editing. For example, I noticed on the tell-alls, they do different takes because sometimes Sean Robinson has her hair like one way, and then the other other shots that are like follow right by each other, like by like they're follow right whatever
Right after?
right after each other. Yeah. She has the hair like in a different way, or like she's sitting in a different manner. Like she has like, it's just it's like a weird little things. Always focus on the tiny details, because then it'll show you a little bit of the editing that goes on in 90DF.
Just gives you clues.
Also, while I'm at it, TLC, please fire Sean Robinson.
Oh my God.
She is the worst host in the history of 90 Day Fiance. We do not want her. We want somebody like maybe Max and Cece or Joe or what was Tom's sister's name?
Oh, Emma. Yeah, she was great.
Or Emma. We can
Yeah.
have Emma or TLC. You want somebody that is cheap, somebody that's used to hosting? How about us? Hire us. Put us on the damn show. All right.
Okay, that feels done.
Yes.
Does that feel
done.
better?
I
You
feel
haven't
a
done
lot
that in
better.
a while, so I
I
guess
do.
we'll let it happen.
I do. You know what? I think we need to get in the plane right now and travel all the way from Florida to Washington because we actually have to meet Mike.
Right.
Because after that, we're going to get on another plane and fly out to Russia.
No, not Russia, Ukraine.
Ukraine. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Getting
they're
confused.
two separate countries, hopefully forever. But right now, yes,
Yeah,
they are.
Well, I'm a dummy and I don't know my geography.
No, it's okay.
So,
The politics are confusing over there.
So we're in Washington right now, everybody. And Mike gets in his blue truck and says goodbye to good old Uncle Beau.
Bye, Beau.
And Beau is happy because he's getting his Ukrainian candy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Mike is like, hey, maybe I'll get you some of that Ukrainian candy you like. And Beau's like, Uncle Beau.
Beau's great.
Oh, Uncle
I want to
Beau's
see
great.
more of Beau. I
do
love
too.
how, what's his name, Mike or Matt? I don't know what his name is, the guy.
Mike.
Okay. I love how he talks to him, too. Like he's a little nephew.
Yeah, he talks to him like he's like his little buddy.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, come here, little buddy. But he calls him Uncle.
Right.
Come on, Uncle Beau.
It's so cute.
He is cute. He kind of looks like a 5-year-old, doesn't he?
He does.
With like no front teeth.
Yeah, like a Benjamin Button kind of thing. Yeah.
But yeah, Uncle Beau waves goodbye, and then Mike is off to the Ukraine.
So sweet.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Ukraine,
We get a talking head from her talking about like nothing, like stars, beautiful, like unicorns, happy, like whatever. She's on her own wavelength, but she seems genuine enough.
I like the way she described herself. She says she's classy, sophisticated, and she likes sports.
Sport,
Oh, sport.
no S.
Oh, sport.
Yeah, she loves sport. She's obsessed with sport.
So
And
much.
Her dream is to climb Mount Everest.
So much climb Everest. So much they climb the Everest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We're
then
not like meeting her. We've already met her before.
Yeah, we already met her before, but
Okay.
we're actually there now. We're
Right,
well,
in
she's showing her.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they ask her, it's like, what do you love, Mike? And she says, well, I love Mike because he's like a giant, and he and he makes her feel like home.
He feels like home to her, and he
Like she's really like secure. I think that's what
Yeah.
she's saying, right?
secure and protected and loved and warm, like all the feelings that come with home, a good home. So that's nice. And I think he makes her feel like a little lady because he smiles down at her
Yeah.
and she has to like look up. So I get it.
Yeah.
And he honestly looks like $1 million next to her. Before he was like a young, like hip kind of farmer from like Washington, but But next to her, like, it's so different. He looks like a male model.
He looks like a country boy, like you said, just like a farm person that just like feeds the chicken and
right.
And then next to her, I'm like, I think
Same
Mike's
guy?
kind of hot.
Yeah, I know. So she really like ups his game.
Yeah. So anyway, so Natalie is hanging out with her friends. They're doing like a little, like, what would you call that? Like the little fashion show.
Oh yeah,
Trying
when they're
out dresses.
yeah,
And
they're
I
in a
gotta
store.
And I have to admit, she is beautiful.
Yeah,
she is
super
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I knew
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
family who looked like her, and I didn't really like. They must have been from the Ukraine. It never like connected me in their head, but the only difference was like they had the height and the same kind of nose and face and bone structure, but the only difference was they had brown hair. So it's just funny to like see another person that's exactly like them, be able to be like, oh, that's where they're from.
Yeah.
But yeah, gorgeous girl.
Yeah. And she met up with her friends. They're doing the whole fashion show. Then after that, they go out to eat. And one thing we find out that how like some Ukrainian people, not some, but like just this two specifically, how they think about American people. They basically say that Americans love Coca-Cola and hamburgers.
Yeah, which is like that's what people love to import to other countries to eat.
I guess.
Like remember in Mexico City, like one of the biggest things that you can eat is a hamburguesa.
Yeah.
And it's like
Hamburguesa
people
and
love
French
that.
fries.
Yeah.
And banderilla. Banderillas are great, by the way.
What's a banderilla?
Banderillas is like a batter piece of sausage. It's like a hot dog, but not without the bun.
Oh.
And they like they batter it and they deep fry it.
So it's like a corn dog.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
But then you put like ketchup, mustard, and you dress it up real nice and eat
That
it.
sounds great.
They do the same thing with like a large piece of cheese. So it's like a block of cheese.
Yeah.
And they dip fry it and then they serve it. And it's
Ooh.
actually fucking
Like
delicious.
a gigantic mozzarella stick.
Pretty
That
much.
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So American food trends go everywhere.
Yeah.
But the way they said it was like pretty condescending, like suggesting that he's very fat.
So yeah, pretty much saying like, so he's fat because he loves to drink soda and eat hamburgers.
Yeah, and it was in contrast to like how she said she lives a very healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. They have met him too before, they said, but it was
On
only
Skype.
it was very minimal. It was once or twice on Skype. And they didn't really think too much of him. Like, they just thought he was nice.
Yeah.
You know, which is as much as you can get from somebody that you met on Skype.
Right. So that kind of opens it up for the bitchy friend. I think we can like safely call her that. She looked like a Blair Waldorf, if anyone gets that Gossip Girl reference. Like she was the Blair Waldorf of the friend group. And she just had like long brown hair and was like outwardly bitchy about everything.
Yeah, but I kind of liked it because I was like, okay, so Natalie at least is getting a little taste of what like every American in the show goes through whenever they meet somebody, like in their family.
Sounds like you're peeing. He's really just pouring. No, stop. He's pouring a seltzer water in a drink. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, that's enough. God, you with the sound effects. You really go far.
I gotta flush the toilet.
No.
Just kidding. Not
Yeah.
flushing the toilet, leaving the seat up. Hope you fall.
No, stop. Don't do that to me.
Hope you fall. Hope you fall.
That's so mean.
Anyways, Natalie's friend says that his ex was actually a businessman, and they kind of compare to Mike.
He owned
and
his
they
own
pretty much
business.
exactly, and they pretty much says that he works in the business, and pretty much say that Mike is like not the best compared to him.
Right. Yeah. She says that Natalia is used to a better life.
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, she's used to a better life, and she doesn't think that what's his name is going to be
Mike.
Like give her enough money as a manager. Which is, and the friend said like, I think the situation is actually worse for Natalie. And then the friend with the glasses, I feel like is her real friend.
She's
because
cute.
she tries to like,
Does she need a visa?
You love glasses. But yeah, she tries to calm the other friend down and then kind of like soothe Natalie, who's like tweaking out a little bit. She's like very,
I know.
she's
I
got some
noticed that.
tics when she gets upset. She
Yeah.
can't like just take it straight. She like really shows like what she's feeling on her face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, she like moves to how she's feeling almost. So it's a lot.
But
it's
she
a lot
made
to
it-
watch.
But she made it very clear that no matter what, Natalie wants to be with Mike.
Right.
So that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So, all right. So let's get out of Ukraine. Let's get out of Ukraine and let's travel all the way to Nebraska. I have a feeling we're gonna be late.
Let's see how many B references we can fit in here.
I don't know, honey.
Oh my God, you're on fire.
Yeah.
You just stung me with that one.
Hey, beehive. We're fucking idiots.
So bad.
I hate
So,
us. I hate us so much.
Unironically, Anna and Mursel go beekeeping together for the first time. They go visit Anna's hives.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out Mursel does not like America or her mom or her boys. So hopefully he'll like this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the most important things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's hope that he likes the bees.
Yeah. Well, I get it. He's like a legacy beekeeper. His family has been doing it forever.
Oh, yeah.
But with that perspective and all that experience, Mursel says that Anna is not the neatest beekeeper.
No, and she even Anna says that too. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't
She's
have
a
the
little
amount of
lazy.
experience that Mursel has.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell if she's a hobby beekeeper or a like working beekeeper.
I think it's a hobby.
Yeah, because it's not enough hives for it to be profitable. It was only like 3 hives or something.
I couldn't really tell. All I said was a box,
Right.
a metal box and bees,
Pretty much. And then
and lots of sexual tension.
yeah, it was a lot. But just for like reference, so we were with my family this past weekend, and my mom and I took, as I mentioned, a beekeeping class, and my mom was like really the point person with the bees because I was in college and she was at home all the time. So she said I basically paid $3,000 to get like 5 jars of honey. It was not like a very like profitable kind of operation. So that's why she stopped beekeeping. So
I
I
don't
only
blame her.
wonder about Anna.
I don't
Yeah.
blame her.
So just a little insider tips for all you people wondering about beekeeping.
Yeah.
Meaning no one probably.
Also, can't wait to show you my bees, Marcel.
Yeah.
I like this because this was a very special moment because this is how they met.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice to see them actually share this.
Yeah.
Like you said, Marcel doesn't like the mom, doesn't like the boys, and doesn't like this country.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's rough so far. So this is the only thing really holding them together. And Anna makes this into not only like a bonding experience, she makes it into a sexual experience. So I think like we all saw it, like there was like sexy music. Anna said, "You really light my fire, Mursel," when he was lighting the smoker. And she likes watching him work. But I really think that everyone needs to go on YouTube and look at More Biggie's YouTube channel for her special edition.
Please do.
Yeah, it was like a remix of this whole scene.
yeah.
And you'll get so much more out of this. I wish we
Anna.
could play it. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Can we get like a little bit of it?
Anna.
Yeah, Miguel's doing it right now, but let's let it do it justice. Her artwork transcends memes. She also goes into video editing. And we'll repost this for everyone as well.
Fuck, we should get Biggie to edit all of our stuff then.
I know, that'd be nice. Someone.
So here it is.
This
It
is my
called
favorite thing.
Mursel.
I was on a bus watching this and just laughing.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Yes.
Yes. Anna.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Ah.
So it basically is just like, yeah,
That set to like a rehash of all the scenery.
it is hilarious, and I do recommend that everybody go to More Biggie. Just go to YouTube, type in More Biggie, and like her is the only thing that pops out. So Good luck finding it. It's the first one right on the font on the top.
It's the most recent.
Yeah, it's the most recent. So you'll find it, and it's absolutely hilarious.
So funny.
Also follow More Biggie at More Biggie and shop at her store, morebiggie.com.
Yeah, you need Christmas gifts? Start there.
Absolutely. Get your Christmas shopping done at morebiggie.com. So yeah, basically Anna is getting excited right here just watching him work.
It is. And I can't tell if it's genuine or if they're trying to be cute, but it just felt super, super lame. And it wasn't pulling on my heartstrings at all. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anna?
Anna.
Yes. Anna? Huh? Yes. And then Hannah's like, do you think I'm sexy working with the bees? And Marcel's like, you?
Yeah, he
Yes.
reads the translation.
Yes.
Thinks about it. It was so
Wow.
bad. But they had fun today, and that's what's important.
Yeah, but it was funny after that because then she goes, oh, thank you, Marcel. Thank you for the kiss. I mean, thank you for the for telling me that I'm sexy working with the bees. And he goes, yes. And then she just like launches at him and kisses him.
Kisses
and he
him out of
goes,
nowhere.
What? And
And
she's
then-
like, you have a problem?
She says it in Turkish. It's like problemito.
And she kind of laughs, and then he just like, no, and then do like head bumps. And I believe I want to say they had a good day.
I think so. I think she had a better day than him, but they had a day. They
Yeah.
had a good day.
Yeah, and especially feels like this was a really good moment for them. And
Which is
I can
sad.
see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
But just to recap, everybody, Zied works in the coffee, Michael works in the wine, Grandma Stephanie works in the porno, and Marcel works on the bees.
Oh my God. What a children's nursery rhyme. That's nice.
Yeah.
You've got something there.
Yeah, I know. I know, girl. I know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh?
Anna? Jenna? Huh? Yes.
It's so funny. I think I've gotten over my empathy for him and like, having, what am I trying to say? Having like speech problems. And it's just turned into like, okay, this is getting ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, yeah, this is just his personality.
Yes.
Ah,
Huh?
you do it so
Yes.
good.
All right, everybody, let's get out of here because we got to leave Nebraska and we got to actually catch a flight to Connecticut. Back to Connecticut. We planned so poorly. We could have just stayed there.
I
Now we have to
know.
fly back to Connecticut. But, oh, well, we got to go back to Connecticut. We have to check on our final couple? No, not
one
final
more.
couple. One more.
Final surprise couple at the end.
But we're going to check first before we get to the last couple. We're going to check on Tania and Sinjin.
Yeah.
Tania and Sinjin.
We have to check.
By the
on
way,
them.
87 days to wed.
Okay, good to know.
And Tania thinks that it's time to put their feet on the ground and get to work.
So they're leaving NYC for Connecticut.
Yeah. Tania says that she didn't really want to start their 90 days fighting, but
They did.
here we are. They were fighting.
Yeah, at her dressy dinner date, they fought. That was a bummer.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, going back to what you said, they're driving back to Connecticut, and he actually can't wait to see the shed.
Yeah, he's excited. He doesn't know what a shed is. It could be a place where you park your car. Could be a place where you keep your stuff. Could be a place where you sleep. It's like a bunch of all of those.
Could be a place where you store all the things and you don't get ready for your South African boyfriend. I don't know. It could be one of all those things.
Yeah, and I found it. So before that, Sinjin doesn't know what he's getting into. We know what he's getting into. It's going to be a disaster, and they're already fighting about a bunch of stuff. And Tania reflects that this has been harder than Tania planned it to be. She's a psycho.
She sucks.
Yeah.
I hate Tania.
And she does have a plan for their future. It's all planned out. However, she's a procrastinator, which explains the state of the shed. I mean, is there anything worse than someone who likes to be so type A and plan, but doesn't actually take any action on it?
Yes, there's somebody that wants to plan a big wedding and has to settle for going to Party Central. So yeah, there is somebody worse than her.
Who is that? Oh, Eric.
Miss Potato herself.
Right. Oh my God, I don't miss her.
Who do you guys think is worse? Potato or Tania? That's a big one right there.
That is a big one.
That is a big one.
I have my answer.
What is it?
Potato for sure.
Oof.
I think
Okay,
Tanya's more
follow-up
irritating than Potato is toxic.
Follow-up question. If you were to be stuck in an elevator, who would you choose? You have Potato, you have Potato, you have Tania, and that's it.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen Potato actually like do something.
We watched the season.
I do. Yeah.
We did.
I think she just complained mostly. And then Tania is also more of a complainer. She's more of a project manager type.
I think I get along with Tania. Between
Better?
those two, I would get
Yeah.
along with Tania the best.
Yeah. I think she'd be a little bit nicer about it, like nicer being in a crisis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So Tania. But
yeah,
I was
I think
thinking
Tania.
Potato, maybe she would be more like actionary and like actually help get out of the situation, but I don't think she would.
No, I don't think she would
That's
either.
why I hesitated.
I think Tania would take initiative because...
Before,
Yeah.
even though she's a procrastinator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, all right. So, anyways, that was fun,
That
right?
was fun. Yeah, it made me really think.
Yeah. So, anyways, she told St. John that this shed was actually done and ready for
Yeah.
him. And
What a
he
lie.
showed up. Yeah. And she showed up and he goes, But my favorite part... Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I skipped a part. When they arrived, he goes, oh, my God, I can't wait. Is this the shed? Like, he was pointing at the garage or something like that. She's like, oh, I can't wait. This is so cool. This house is so cool. And she's like, actually, be quiet because my mom's sleeping right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what a bitch.
Yeah. But I
Who
mean, maybe
says
their
that?
walls are really thin.
Yeah,
Maybe
but who
her
says
mom's
that?
like a bit crazy.
Yeah, but who says that? If my mom was sleeping, I'd be like, hey, shh.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
don't try to be like, actually, can you keep it down?
Right.
I want to
Yeah,
speak to your
she's-
manager.
You're right. She is kind of like bitchy about it. I also
super
want to point
bitchy.
out she drives a Sebring like Michael Scott. And I have no other references about Sebring cars besides that Michael Scott drives one. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick out the commonalities between that.
Yeah,
fun.
she's not good.
No.
Anyways, welcome home, St. John.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
And in his impression, he walks into the shed and he thinks the state of the shed is quote unquote, oh, wow. It's so bad. He's so disappointed.
Yeah, and then he actually called her out on the lion.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, well, you told me it was done, and then I show
Good for
up,
him.
and it's not. And she's like, yeah, things happen. You know, I'm a procrastinator.
Oh my God.
My name is Tania. Oh, her laughter. Everything about her
Kills
is
me.
annoying.
Yeah. And
Oh,
the
she
worst part of it,
sucks.
yeah, she does suck. But I want to say the worst part of this is realizing, oh, the shed's not ready because she needs him to do the work for her. She's like barely doing anything.
She was not doing anything. She was just like walking around with other bra on.
Yeah,
That was it.
that's pretty much
That was
it.
her look.
Yeah, I don't want to make fun of her at all, but she does walk around like a very exhausted mom of like 3 annoying kids. Like that's all I can like when you're walking around Stop and Shop or your local grocery store and you see all those kids like around the same age running around a cart that's like overstuffed and she just looks like she wants to like die or like just step in the freezer for a little bit of quiet. Like that looks like Tania.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely does dress like that.
Yeah.
Um,
And then she says something real cool. I think you and I both loved this. And we're just like, wow, Tania, you're not good enough to have an asshole opinion like this.
oh, yeah.
Do you want to say it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. She said, I did all the paperwork. I paid for it. And now St. John expects to have a livable home to live in. How dare he?
I know, right? How
dare he? Oh, my God.
Ugh. She sucks.
Yeah. And the craziest part about it, too, is, like, he's from the bush. He said, like, he's, you know, whatever the bush entails, and he's barefoot and all of this. And the shed is still below his standards. So we can understand how bad the shed is.
Well, back to what you said about the...
What Tania said.
Yeah, but what Tania said.
Mm-hmm.
just the way she said it. She's like, what does he expect me to actually do this for him? It's like, yes,
you promised him a home.
Promised him a home.
Yeah, it has
He didn't
to be a
ask to
livable
be.
home.
He didn't ask to go to Times Square. He didn't ask to go to be blindfolded. He didn't ask for rose petals. He didn't ask for your friends to be there.
Right.
He didn't ask for a freaking
a misspelled sign.
a misspelled sign.
Sugar was spelled wrong.
He didn't ask for any of that. Yet you told him the shit was done.
Yeah. This is your time to impress him.
This was your time, girl, and you fucked that up.
He really did. And then she's making it his problem that his expectations are wrong. No, Tanya, you disappointed all of us.
Yeah, it's like me saying, hey, don't worry. I promise you that when you get home, the whole house is going to be clean. And you show up and the house is a mess and I'm just in my underwear playing video games.
I mean, you just described my life.
Would you be disappointed?
Yeah.
Or would you...
I was disappointed for like the first year of living together, and now my expectations are much, much lower. So I actually do get excited when you actually do it.
Thank you. That's how I lived my life through high school.
Great, so it's working.
D's. Every once in a while, get a C.
Wow, stop bragging.
My parents would be like, hell yeah, you did it. You're stupid,
Good
but you're
for
not
you.
that stupid.
Good for you.
I'm kidding, Mom. Relax. I'm kidding. She listens to it on the way
You're
through
not
work.
stupid.
I am stupid.
No, you're not.
But at least I'm not Tanya.
That's right.
So
At least we're all not Tanya. Sorry, Tanya, if you listen to this.
no, I hope she listens to this. You suck, dude. You're terrible.
Wow.
Even on this show, like I noticed the editing. Like I said, you have to notice little things in the
Yeah.
editing. There isn't much editing for you. That is who you like. That is it. Really, you really come across as like really bitchy
Yeah.
and not a good person at all.
I hope this will be like a learning and growing experience for her, because that's all we can do as humans.
That's
I feel like being a little bit nice right now. Like, I think seeing her on air or like on TV back and reflected at herself will make her realize like, wow, I really have to do some soul searching.
If she did, that would be amazing. Good for her. But like the way she's coming across on TV, and like I
So
said, there's
bad.
very little. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of heavy editing and whatever. But compared to all the other shows, like if you notice little things, you'll see that she's just basically just it's just straightforward. Like her scenes are all shot in like an hour, so they don't really like piece things together. It's just like her just being her.
And she just seems like the kind of person who would say like, take me as I am. Like what's that phrase?
Oh,
where you're like,
you don't deserve
what
me.
what you see is what you get. That's what I'm thinking. Like she's a what you see is what you get kind of person who would be really upfront with that.
My thing is she's gonna be alone for the rest of her life.
Wow.
She's not gonna find anybody ever.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah.
It's dark.
Not the way she is. She's she's basically looking for somebody to just fill in a spot.
Yeah.
She's a manager looking for an assistant manager.
Maybe, yeah.
She's not looking for a husband. She's not
Yeah.
looking for a soulmate. She's looking for an assistant manager.
Yeah. And at that point, just adopt, Just like
No,
be
don't.
a cool
Please
lady
don't.
and adopt. Okay.
No, don't.
All right.
Don't adopt.
Well, I know what you're saying, but I don't think like needing a man is really a whole thing,
What do you
It's
mean?
not necessary anymore. Like she shouldn't feel the need to, if she is like an independent lady to that
What are you
extent.
talking about? She does need a man.
No, she doesn't.
She
Well,
does.
she needs a man to do. No, she needs a general contractor. That's what she needs. And
No,
her
she-
mom is one.
Like in her mind, she needs a man.
Yeah, I know, but
That's what she's looking for.
no one needs a man. No one
Everybody
actually
should have
needs
a man.
Everyone should have one if they want one, but no one actually needs one. We're at a point in modern history
Don't
where
listen to
everyone can be
Jenna.
independent.
Don't listen to Jenna. Get yourself a man's,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I just think if you're so independent, don't make someone else's life miserable if you're not going to want to share the work and the spotlights of a relationship.
That I can agree on.
Okay, pump.
Yeah.
Let's fist bump.
No, nobody's fist bumping. Get your
Fist
little
bump
fist
me.
out of here.
Fist bump me. Yeah, I got it.
Out of here, babe.
And
You're a
now,
psycho.
for the grand finale, we get to
Yes.
introduce a new couple. Oh my god. I did say you could do that one more time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right, everybody. We have a new couple. So new couple alert, everybody. Get ready, because we're gonna travel from Connecticut to the other end of the U.S. So hop on your plane. Welcome to 90 Day Fiance Airlines, and please be comfortable.
Yeah.
We're almost there. We're up. There we go, and we are landing. Thank you for flying 90DF Airlines. I hope you had a nice, pleasant flight. And thank you. Use us again.
So hospitable.
And we will definitely use him again because that's the only thing we can fake fly on.
Oh my God, you're the flight attendant and the talker?
And everything, yeah.
Wow.
And the producer and the talent. I'm just everything. I'm everything around this place.
Sure.
Anyways, yes, new couple alert. We're in LA and we're gonna meet Blake and Jasmin.
No, it's not Jasmin.
Are we gonna call them all like Jasmin, Julianna, Hennifer?
No, that's just for Hennifer.
Oh, okay. So
'Cause
this
she's
is Jasmin.
Jasmine. It should actually be pronounced Yasmin. Yasmin.
Jasmin.
Or no, you're
She's
right.
from Finland.
Jasmine. No,
Jasmine.
I think it's still a ya. Ja.
Like Ja Rule?
Yeah. Jasmine. Because her sister is Janet.
Oh, her sister's.
Or
just
no,
as
it's Janet.
Awful.
So it
That's
should be
Jasmine.
Yaz. I was right the first time.
Well, whatever
Anyway,
it is,
she
we can
calls
just call
herself
her
Jasmine.
fake.
Yeah.
That's what we can call her. But Blake, on the other hand, is a music producer. He looks like a really cool dude.
Kind of.
He's also on his way to pick up Jasmin at the airport. He shares a little bit of his backstory with us. He says he was married when he was 19 and then got divorced by the age of 23. So after
Yikes.
that, obviously he was a little sad, so he downloaded an app, and within a day, he met Jasmin. He didn't think she was real, and everybody else always thinks that their significant other is not real when they meet him, but turns out she was. But he actually thought that he was giving his information to like a scammer, and I was like, well, no, you did.
Yeah.
You did in a way.
Yeah. He also says he's been naive in his past relationships. And I think we should all remember that when referring to Blake and Jasmine.
Oh,
I think he
big
might
time.
still be being naive.
Oh, he's still very naive.
And the scam part of Jasmine was that she lied about her location. She said she was in LA, and that's how she got
yes.
matched with him. But guess what? Like a couple minutes later, she was like, oh, guess what? I'm in Finland.
And we're going to touch that in a little bit. So stay tuned. So yes. So anyways, Blake flew to Finland and he fell in love with her immediately. So he proposed to her on the third trip. On his third trip, third time he visited Finland. And she said yes. And it was kind of like a cute thing where she was like looking away. When she turned back around, he got on one knee, show the ring, and boom.
And
They were
just a
engaged.
little bit about her, too. So she is from Finland. She has lived with her parents her whole life. She has a sister named Janet. And Janet won the lottery and won the
Right. They
visa
both applied
lottery.
for the visa
Yeah.
lottery, for the green card lottery. And she won it, but her sister didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
well, Janet won it and Jasmin didn't.
Right, which is a bummer. So that's just another clue into their relationship.
Right.
Otherwise, Blake describes her as fun, super smart, a gymnast, and a personal trainer.
That's what describe her? Personal trainer.
Yeah,
She works in the sport.
she works in the sport. That's right.
Yeah. But he was very surprised that she said yes. That's one thing he said. He was very surprised that she said yes. So anyways, after they got engaged, he went home. He applied for the K1 visa and she got approved.
Yeah.
And now they're going to go pick her up.
I don't know how she got approved, though. He's living with his mom, and he has no plans to move. And the mom is also concerned because she thinks that Jasmine is like kind of like fake pretty enough to want like something nicer than Blake can offer her, such as Gucci and the Louis and Bel Air and Versace. Yeah, all of those things. So I feel like the mom is kind of like
Mother
seeing
Blake.
this. Yeah, seeing the scam.
Mother Blake can definitely host the tell-alls as well. Hashtag fire Sean Robinson.
Right. Yeah, she's a truth teller.
Yeah. So, anyways, Blake also actually, before he goes to the airport, he meets with Rita, who's actually worried about Blake because she thinks that Jasmin is not gonna love him the same. That he won't get the same love that he gives back.
Oh.
Actually, I should set this up
yeah.
better.
No, I
because-
get that.
Because Rita is a friend of Blake, and they go out for dinner or drinks or something, and they start talking about Jasmin and everything, and pretty much Rita says that she's worried that Blake won't get the same love that he gives back, which is something that you said earlier.
Yeah.
That he's very naive in his relationships.
Yeah. And I totally get that. Like giving out more love than the other person would ever do, like that sucks. And that's a really, really hard lesson to learn But once you learn it, like, you get rid of all the toxic people in your life. But I think she thinks Blake is just going to be susceptible to like more people, and being like legally linked to someone like that. That sucks.
Yeah. But no matter what, Blake thinks that Jasmin is perfect, and he's going to go pick her up. But before he goes to pick her up, he has to stop by Jasmin's sister, Janet, who lives, boom, 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 10 minutes away from where he lives.
So crazy.
Yes, it is
So
crazy.
Crazy.
They even asked him. The producers asked him, "It's like, Blake, that's crazy." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, so crazy."
Yep.
So let's piece this together before we go. Blake's is in love with this girl from Finland. How crazy is that they met?
Can we
Hold
start
on.
it the other way?
How crazy is that they met?
Super crazy.
Okay, now 10 minutes away is Jasmin.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Super crazy.
So, do you think there might be? Okay, no, never mind.
Let me
I
tell
don't like
this-
the way I'm. I
No,
don't
no.
like the way that I'm like piecing it together. So I'm gonna pass it to you.
Yeah, no, I like the
Go
way
ahead,
you.
go ahead.
That's how it looks
Just
from
go.
Blake's perspective. But the other way to look at it is two sisters from Finland. One of them wins the green card lottery and moves to LA when they both look like they belong in LA. Then-
Super fake looking too, by the way.
The other sister, who's left behind, gets on a dating app and puts her location as her sister's location in the hopes to meet a guy who lives near her sister so she can get married to him and live in LA. That's a long game. That's crazy.
That's insane.
So insane. But it's like so insane that it's so possible.
No, like that is literally 100% what it is.
Yeah.
The fact that he doesn't see that and he's naive, he's like the perfect prey for them.
He really is. I
And I
wonder
feel
how many she had to
terrible.
go through.
The funny thing is that they were on Facebook, or I mean on Instagram, advertising about this like Blake, Jasmin, Beau party.
Oh.
And I gotta say, I'm disappointed. They were hyping it up like it was like this big deal. Like it was like, this is like the fourth coming on Jesus. It's like, this is just sad.
Yeah.
This is like watching Caesar, but
It's-
like 20
yeah.
years younger.
It's watching someone get brutally taken advantage of.
Yeah, this is awful.
Yeah.
It's like TLZ heard of all of us saying, wow, the Caesar storyline is fake. And they were like, boom,
Yeah.
Blake
guess
and Jasmin.
what? Good point.
It's like, fuck, all right. Jeez, we get it. I mean,
'Cause-
at least Caesar shit was fake, but
This one feels more
this
real.
one just like, whoa.
Yeah. You're playing with our hearts.
You're playing with our hearts, TLC. But that's it.
That's
it.
it
That
for
was
part
part
one.
one.
Episode 4.
Yes, and again, we're sorry. We apologize for the delay, but you know, we needed some time off before the Thanksgiving, and then we needed some time off after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We need to prep. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and we survived.
We did. We did
It's cool.
survive, and we are better. I think
Kind of.
because of it.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this up.
Because we
baby.
got to do part 2.
We got to do part 2. That's right. So let's get the heck out of here. Do you have anything else to say?
That's it
Anything?
from me.
That's it for us. Thank you so much. And also, if you haven't joined Patreon, join Patreon.
Oh my God, yeah. Join Patreon. Look up more Biggie. Look us up on Instagram, 90DF_. I want my podcast. Join us on Facebook as well. Same kind of group. Just search us there.
Yes,
Get involved.
please do. All right, everybody. That's it for us. We out.
Good night.